Hello friends, so I'm back again, and today we're going to do a video about the Lieberman machine. If you take a look, I did some preparation already for the wrappers and binders. That's why it's a little dirty here, but take a look at this machine. This machine is going to enable you to roll cigars more consistently with an even pack, and they're going to automatically be more cylindrical than the one that I've already rolled for you. When you first get this thing, you want to have a table for it. This is a cheap table that I had for a while, so I don't mind destroying it. But so once you get this thing, what you're going to do is you want to adjust it. So the action, right? So you put down your leaf, and you're going to see this in the video. You're going to put down your leaf, and then you're going to put your bunch in here on top of the leaf, and then you're going to roll it over, and then you're going to catch it in your hand back here, and you'll be able to keep it from unraveling because there's going to be no glue on it. And you repeat the cycle. You bunch, roll, and then catch, do your glue part, and then you're done. And that's the function of it. And you have two adjustments you can make. You have this, you have two screws right here where my two fingers are, left and right. And that'll adjust how close this top bar is sliding above this lower surface. I got it to where it's pretty almost touching, because I was finding that the binder wouldn't wrap or wouldn't start properly, and it still doesn't sometimes, and that's just something I need to work with and learn more about. And you have this adjustment down here, this little rod, and what this does is it'll adjust the size, your ring gauge, and there's no like notches or anything, so you have to do this learn by doing. Just tighten it up until you get that tightness that you're expecting. You can roll a bunch and then just keep rolling it until you get that size that fits your mold nicely. And that is the Lieberman machine explained. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it's done. Welcome back to the other angle. We're gonna go ahead and go preload our Lieberman machine with a binder. I just kind of fiddle with it, feel I just kind of feel the general humidity of it. Okay, I'm gonna start on my cigars, and this is gonna be the exact same thing. I might skip ahead depending on how long this takes. So now we'll put this rest over here. Let's check this out. So this is how it works. You're gonna roll it. You're gonna catch. Then you have your cigar. Okay. What do I do? Oh, I forgot my cigar glue. Give me 1 second. Okay. You don't really need that much glue for this process. I just glue the crap out of it because, I don't know, there's no real reason. There we go. So this is actually ready for the mold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go right here, and pop this in the mold. Okay, There you go. Oh, another thing I like to do just to make sure the draw is good. Okay, it's a good draw. Now, mind you, once you put it in the mold, depending on how you rolled it and how much tobacco's in there, the draw might get tighter. Most of the time it will, but you'll just have to find out for yourself what the tolerance is. Okay. All right. All right. So here we have them, our 10 cigars. These are my 10 cigars for the day. That's what they look like. And so you probably noticed that I stopped putting glue on them because I just wanted to see for time's sake if it would make any difference, first of all, and like for the molding process, or if they would automatically stick together after the mold. And that's basically the reason why I just stopped, and I just want to see what that is, what happens. So that's going to be an experiment for us today. I'm going to go ahead and press these guys, and then I will get back to you after that, and I'll clean up my mess. Alrighty, so see you in a second. Well, let's take a look and see what we got here with our cigars. So if I edited this right, the last thing you saw was me putting these guys together. I have rotated them once already, and they are going to hopefully be ready for wrapping now. Let's take a look at these guys. Yep, so I'd say they're pretty good. Let's start this. So I've prepared these wrappers differently. This time I didn't take the time and cut them all out. I ripped them all off the stem, so that they might look a little bit rough around the edges, literally. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do my normal technique, get this board nice and wet. I'm going to, so these guys have been sitting in moisture for a little bit. So it should be pretty pliable. Let's take a look how this leaf looks. I didn't even look at them after I ripped them off. I just put them in the bag and hoped to God that this would work. In my defense though, it was a lot faster just ripping them out instead of cutting them out. Now, how that's going to look, we'll find out here in a second. Okay. Every time, like the first application of water is always like, it soaks into the wood so fast, so I have to reapply pretty quick. So let's see what this looks like. Actually, this looks pretty darn good, if I may say so myself. So let's see what these cuts. All right, can you see this? Okay. There we go. We're gonna go like this. There we go. All right, where'd my thing go? There we go. Let's see how this looks. soaking wet, which is normal. Let's take a look at this. Now it's gonna smooth out a little bit when it dries up, because these cigars, they shrink a little bit. All right, that's my San Andres wrapper. I think that went pretty well. And then I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay, so as you can see, I finished my 10, and what I'm doing right now is just letting them dry for about a day or two on the board. Depending on if I do cigars tomorrow, I may or may not. But that clip that I have on 3 of those cigars, that's just basically to hold on to those pigtails, because sometimes they like to unwind. And yeah, I just think the pigtails are the most easiest way to finish off a wrapper and the least time consuming.